Yo folks, and welcome to the channel. My name is Bork. In today's video we'll be talking about the games releasing for the month of December, mobile and gacha games in particular, and huge thank yous to Milk Community for creating this list right here. So first game we're going to be covering is Valkyrie Rush Idol Merge. Now this game gonna be Space Invaders, Galaga-esque, so if you've played any of like those spaceship top-down views where you use the bullets and you kill the enemies, that's the way I want to describe it. It's gonna be like really simple in the way it operates, nothing too crazy. If you like waifus, you like that sort of maybe Toho could have been, I guess this could be it, but honestly, it's not gonna be something that I pay too much attention to. It's gonna be the first game on the list because it appears on December 1st, I think, or December 2nd, right? Now the next game is going to be Lineage 2M. Now when it comes to this game, it's not going to be anything too crazy. Here's going to be an overview on like the starting gameplay. You jump into this map, you're like this cool heroic dude, and he's going to be casting the skills and killing enemies. Obviously the graphics looks amazing. It's going to be an MMORPG. There's going to be different like sort of races that you can pick between human, elf, orc, so on and so forth, and different races or classes that you can be, wizards and whatnot. You know, your standard sort of MMORPG-esque thing. You got your waifus right here, and it's gonna be sort of a easy to understand game. There's gonna be like bosses and encounters. And I guess this could be like the big title as far as like a 3D perspective being really cool and whatnot. But honestly speaking, it's probably going to be a theme park MMO where you auto around, you collect stuff, you gather stuff, and the enemies are sort of whatever, nothing too crazy. But by the end of it, this is going to be another game that you can sort of add to the list for the month of December. Am I going to be hyped for it? It's going to be okay at the end of the day. But there it is. That's going to be the game that's going to be releasing. And just note, this is by NC Soft right here. Also, I want to say for Valkyrie Rush, released by Counterside, so Counterside is an interesting company as well. Do with that what you will. Next game we're talking about is Post Nights 2, released by Keishi. Now, the reason why I'm putting out like this game in particular, because I like the Post Night series. If you want to look at the gameplay, it's very like cutesy, standard-esque, nothing too crazy going on right here. And as you're flowing through it, here's going to be some of the gameplay. Essentially, like some of your Idol-esque auto walker sort of thing. The reason why I like this game so much is because you are going to be getting upgrades, you're going to be collecting armor. As you can see, since we didn't make it to this stage, but we got some levels, you will get some upgrades. As you can see, strength, agility, intelligence, all that different things. There's high customizability within this game. There's going to be like blocks, there's going to be attacks. So it's going to be more of an active game for auto walker-esque sort of thing in some ways. There's going to be like auto builds. There's so many different ways you can configure your knight in order to accomplish the different missions. There's going to be, I guess, different waifus that you meet along the way. You can see you develop loving bonds. There's going to be, different types of enemies. You have to use particular skills in order to get through them. And then of course the armor sets, in order to become stronger, in order to play a particular class, you can go about it this way, and then you can flex like your different rank based off of the cards and the different things you own. But personally speaking, I like this game for what it is. It's going to be released sometime in December 2nd. A lot of the three titles we talked about, they're all releasing December 2nd. So I'm pretty hyped for it, and we'll talk about the JP games later. The next game outside of Post Nights 2 is going to be Hatsune Miku Colorful Stage. Now, when it comes to this one, it's going to be your standard rhythm game. Nothing too crazy on that front. If you want to see some gameplay, here's going to be it. I'm not going to play the song because we don't need that copyright stuff on the channel. But as you can see, you're going to be tapping on the screen. You're going to be like doing long hold taps, moving throughout the different things that you need to do for a rhythm game. Am I a rhythm game enthusiast? Personally, no, because I'm terrible at them. But I know people who are really good at them, such as Gura, one of the Hololive people. And I can't wait to sort of see people interact with this game. You're probably going to be able to collect waifus in some capacity, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure it's going to do something with like the different scores and stuff. But honestly, if you love rhythm games, you love Hatsune Miku, she's sort of like the queen when it comes to like all this stuff. So I'm definitely going to foresee that this game is going to be successful in its own right, because who doesn't love waifus and who doesn't love rhythm games? And there's going to be like customizability where you can, I guess, change up the band, which characters that you have appearing on stage. If you're wondering who's my favorite, I think mine was going to be Kagami Ren. Like the Kagami twins, they were pretty deep when I was watching them, when I was into like Hatsune Miku. So huge fan of this one. Next one is going to be Fantasy Life Online RPG. Now, when it comes to this game in particular, right, I know people want to say that this is gonna be like the bigger title for the month of December, but just note that this game has already been shut down in JP. So I want to forewarn you that that's going to be happening in case you want to input a lot of cash into this game. And you can see with like the gameplay right there, it's going to be sort of basic in the sense that it's going to be horizontal. We already know how we felt, or vertical, with this sort of S-styled game where people didn't like it with Tales of the last game that just released. I think it was Lineage. But at the end of it, there's going to be a lot of different things that you can do. Just note that don't get too attached to this game because it's already shut down. We don't know if it's going to get updates in the global format. I think this game is going to be fun for what it's worth and for what time that you can enjoy it. Just don't get too attached because unfortunately we don't know if it's going to be getting updates in the future, but you can play up to 4 players. You can do like the co-op. I enjoyed this game when it was on the 3DS. The dragons were insanely hard and I loved like the customizability and all the different things you can do. You can see there's like, I guess like a Kingdom-esque sort of deal with this where you can customize your town and input different things. So in that regard, it's going to be pretty nice, but I'm not really going to be playing this game too long just because we don't know like the state of the game, if there's going to be future updates coming in the long run. But just note that you can play different classes, so you can be a chef that's a knight who's also a blacksmith. You can participate in every single avenue of the game, and I'm assuming this is going to be MMORPG. The next game being is Zeo Magic Scrolls. Now, if you look at this game, the first thing that it reminds me of is the AFK Arena-esque sort of style, except with a different sort of story or a different sort of ambiance going about it. I guess this is going to be like a hit towards the story and stuff. There's going to be dragons and stuff. But if you actually look at the actual gameplay, you look at the screenshots, as you can see, it's just another sort of like those AFK stages where you roam around. There's going to be like 5 characters you can do. There's going to be different skills. You can craft magic scrolls. There's going to be assembling the team. I'm pretty sure it might have like a VIP system of some sort. The style, the way you guys see it, I'm pretty sure you can tell what it's going to be. But honestly, it looked nice, and it's going to be released by Super Planet. I'm not sure what their history is. Oh, they released Swordmaster Story, which is actually a decent idle game of itself. They have plenty of different collaborations, and I don't think they're like the worst company. So I kind of have faith that this is actually going to be a pretty decent game in like the idle sort of series, but we'll see as it essentially comes to global. And just note, this one is not guaranteed for a global release on December. Just note that it might release on December. Zeo in particular. The next title is going to be Dynasty Origin Conquest. Personally speaking, it doesn't excite me too much because this is going to be like your standard sort of grid-based RPG, and the UI, in my opinion, seems a little bit clunky just based off of like the way things look, and it's going to be probably auto-esque. And I feel like this sort of style of game has been rehashed quite often, but what's nice about this one is the graphics look pretty decent. But I'm just going to tell you, be careful with these ones because you don't know what the update cycle is going to be like. But I'm not going to lie, the game looks decent, but I wouldn't really touch it just because you don't know what's going to happen in the future, because these will throw packs at your face and you're going to be tempted to spend. I've gone down the rabbit hole of spending copious amounts of money on these things, and I came out the other side having a lot of regrets when it comes to essentially bullying myself into thinking the packs in these games are worth it. So just a word of warning when it comes to these. Just, you know, play it if you like it. If you like the Dynasty-esque sort of series, then go for it. And then when it comes to the month of December pre-registration games, there's a couple more titles that we didn't talk about. I don't know if these are going to be releasing for the month of December, but this one looks nice. Dress up, showcase your charm. I'm guessing it's just going to be another MMORPG, this Mirage-esque sort of game. So when it releases, it releases. When it comes to other titles, so we're going to be talking about some of the JP stuff that they were covering. Shaman King is going to be releasing. Shaman King is going to be a classic sort of anime from my childhood. It's going to be really exciting to sort of see this come to fruition. I think they said it was going to be December 8th, so look forward to this title. It's going to be your standard turn-based RPG, so nothing too crazy. There's going to be 3D models and stuff. I will pretty much wait a bated breath of whether it's going to be good or not. Next game is going to be Dragon Quest Keishi. Just note this is going to be a Candy Crush-esque sort of game. You're going to be having heroes who can essentially deal skills that will wipe out, you know, the Candy Crush sort of like tile that you're playing on. It's going to be releasing on December 1st in particular. If you've ever wanted a Candy Crush sort of Dragon Quest game, I guess this is the one for you. And then the final title that I want to talk about, not going to be releasing for the month of December as far as I know, but it looks absolutely absolutely amazing to me is Bravely Default. I love this game on the 3DS and the Nintendo Switch, the Bravely Default 2. I'm a huge Nintendo fan and I like this game. Hopefully it releases pretty well, and I love the configurability of all the different classes, and it's gonna be super exciting. And of course, we didn't talk about this game, but Counterside is going to be releasing over in JP. I enjoyed this game when it's in C. I think it's amazing. I had fun. I can't wait for this to finally come out in global. I feel like this game is going to capture a lot of people. If you want to play it in English right now, you totally can. I still think it's one of the better titles, but until it officially releases in global, that's when we'll talk about it. But just note, this is by Nexon, and I know how people feel about Nexon. When I was having my experiences in C, it wasn't too terrible, but I just want to keep it in your guys' radar in case you were sort of looking forward to Counterside. Maybe JP releasing will hint towards a global release one day. And the last things I want to cover is there's going to be free 10 rolls occurring for Princess Connect. I'll dedicate a full video, but in case you ever wanted to try Princess Connect, now's the time for do it. You know, December 11th, you're gonna be getting free 10 rolls. Just a great game. I'm not sponsored or anything by Princess Connect. I'm not sponsored by any of these games that I'm covering, so I'm giving you my honest thoughts when it comes down to everything. But if you made it this far in today's video, consider subscribing, dropping a like, leaving a comment, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. Credits go out to the people who made the videos for all the respective games. I do not own them. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and maybe we'll find like a decent game that pops up out of the blue. Maybe Bandai releases like another slime game or something, because Bandai Namco is great at that. And I just want to take a quick look at Bandai Namco's titles. It doesn't seem like anything's going to be crazy releasing, because they went on a hype train releasing Tales of Luminaire and Slime Isekai as of late. So nothing coming out in the future that seems interesting, and I just wanted to see if anything cool is going to pop up. But watch out for Bandai Namco. They seem to be releasing a lot of sleepers as of late. Alright, thanks everyone. Once we hit 27,000 fire subs, we'll be doing that giveaway. Quick reminder, and see you guys in the next one.